What's happening, crypto fam? Happy Tuesday. Good morning and welcome back to Love for Crypto. I'm Scott. It's a pleasure to have you here. I appreciate you taking the time out to consume the content. So thank you. Apologies for no video yesterday. If you were sat waiting for one, I was extremely busy and then had the dentist, and by the time I got back I just didn't have time to get around to doing one. I probably should have just done a 5 or 10 minute video for you, but really didn't have time. Sebastian's at the house, the nephew, so family time came first, I'm afraid. But apologies, and we're here today. This morning we're going to talk about NFTs go to zero or just failing. There's a difference between an NFT project failing and them all going to zero and them actually being zero, and then some dickhead who's got an NFT of a project that's failed and he's whacked a price on it that he's never going to get. That he's got an illiquid asset. Yeah, in his head he's still got an asset worth 20 Ethereum. No one's going to buy it for 20 Ethereum at that point. A lot of the projects are going to fail. It's as simple as that. A lot of the projects at the moment, it goes far as to say is 90% of them are just tax avoidance. Tax avoidance. It's not evasion, it's tax avoidance. It's legal. They're buying assets and it's leading to lower tax bills. It's fascinating to see. It's fascinating to see. Gary Vaynerchuk, I don't know if the listeners know him or not. I did say once Gary V, we've been saying for years, once Gary V starts mumbling about it and going on about it, there'll be millions more enter the space, simply because he's got millions of fans on several platforms. He's got about 4 million on YouTube, over 2 million on Twitter, a few million on Instagram. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous, really. Not Ronaldo ridiculous, but still. Gary Vaynerchuk himself says 98% of NFT projects will fail after the gold rush fades. 2 experts also think he's right. Now, obviously, I've had this for a while, but there's certain people in industries that other people take the word, they respect the word, and they'll listen to every single fucking word they say. Gary V has been one for the last 2 decades. Since Amazon AdWords and what he did with his wine business with his dad, building Vayner Media, he's Crush It books, he's the fucking online marketing guru, right? He knows, he's been there, he's done it, he's still doing it. If you're not doing it, you literally just listen to people like this man. So he's not shy about his bullishness for non-fungible tokens, Gary V, but he thinks there's a downturn for the coming sector. In an interview with CNBC, the entrepreneur and CEO of Vayner Media likened the current NFT craze to the dot-com era stock market. Boom. That was in the early 2000s. This is the internet stocks 1999, said Vaynerchuk when asked about the current NFT landscape. I put out content every week saying that about 98% of NFT projects are going to zero. Most of the behavior I've seen in NFT buying reminds me of the way people bought Beanie Babies. In March 2000, when all those internet stocks were grossly overrated and collapsed, Amazon was sitting there at $7 or $8 per share. The same thing will play out with the NFT space. So Gary V, who has 2.9 million Twitter followers, is the creator behind the popular NFT VeeFriends. Price for a single VeeFriend at the current time of writing was 13.25 Ether or $41,000. He believes it's still early days for digital assets. He urged investors to recognize that currently things don't make sense, but eventually NFTs will become an influential and established market. Jonathan Victor, business development lead for NFTs for Web3 company Protocol Labs, agrees that things are just getting started for the NFT space. Much of the utility, he says, will be seen once people stop focusing on the term NFT. People will stop talking about NFTs as NFTs and will shift to what they actually offer. Instead of just fixating on the term, we'll look at the digital object. We'll look at what the digital object can do for us. Getting on to the fact that they're actually smart contracts, something I've said all the fucking long. They're actually just smart contracts. People are calling them NFTs. It's as basic as they can possibly fucking be. A JPEG with next to no metadata, most of them. utility. Where's utility coming from? You're going to have to create a new fucking asset with different metadata or just bullshit your platform. This is what I mean. There's a lot of them are going to come out and they will be worthless. They'll be fucking worthless. And I swear to God, you're going to have some fucker who's still putting the 13, 15, 20, fucking 18, whatever the fuck it is ether. You ain't going to get it. Your asset's then going to become extremely illiquid. And you can tell yourself you own that value all you want, but if you try and put it in an order book against another asset, I think you'll find the price you want's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Right? An NFT has a built-in proof of ownership on the blockchain. Victor explained how vaccine cards could have been improved if they were NFTs, and people could have proof of who issued it, who it was assigned to, and the date and time it was given, all while minimizing the risk of fake cards. For the same reasons he expects event or sports tickets to transition to NFTs too. Soon NFTs will just be things we use in a time where everything will be digital and interoperable. We'll eventually get less excited about the term NFT and people won't even think about items as NFTs anymore. Similarly, Eric Chen, CEO and co-founder of decentralized trading platform Injective Labs, so there's a lot of noise in the NFT space that distracts from the utility of the digital assets. In time, he anticipates a broad adoption of the technology. The marketplace became overwhelmed, Chen wrote to Insider in an email. Most of the NFT projects with little differentiation or innovation will likely die over time. NFT used to be a term only familiar to a small group of users, Chen continued. We've already seen the metaverse concept in NFT sector being validated by large traditional tech companies. I think it will slowly grow to become part of everybody's daily life. I think it'll be less flashy. Gary Vaynerchuk predicts that in the short term, greed behavior, it is extremely impatient, extremely greedy. They're fucking all tax evading and whatnot. He's not wrong. I mean, he's saying it's going to lead to an NFT downturn. After the dust settles, he expects a handful of operators to come out on the other side and make remarkable returns. It ballooned about 41 billion in 2021, the NFT market, and it is only going to get bigger. Over the past week, there were over $535 million in NFT sales. His takeaway is, yeah, they're not just NFTs, they are smart contracts. That's where your functionality comes from. It's where your fucking utility comes from. We said this the other week. We really did say it the other week. If the blockchain is the veins of the system, right? The blockchains are the veins of the system. You know what veins are? They carry fucking blood. Yeah, carry blood to essential regions of your body. You know. The blockchain pathways are your veins. The currencies in the veins are the blood. Yeah? Now, if you imagine, blood's made up of platelets, red blood cells, white blood cells, all a load of shit. Mainly, red blood cells and red blood cells carry other shit about, don't they? They carry the shit about the blood, taking the fucking... It doesn't matter whether it's a nutrient, a bit of fucking glucose, what the fuck it is, a platelet to go and scab some fucking where, oxygen to your muscles, the shit in your blood, taking it to where it needs to be and bringing function to your arteries and veins. That's smart contracts. It's smart contracts. As smart as you picture blockchain getting in the future, because we all know it's going to govern almost fucking everything in the end. I don't care whether it takes 10 years, 50 years, or 100 years. Everything will be on a blockchain. The receipt for that fucking rubber will be on a blockchain in not that one specifically, but if you go and buy a rubber like that in 50 to 100 years, the receipt's going to be a block. You won't even get a receipt. You'll have a receipt, but you won't get handed one. You know what I mean? It's on a blockchain. QR code, boom. Got me fucking rubber. It was the fucking number 1001 fucking made. Minted. Birth certificates, death certificates, marriage certificates, housing, mortgage certificates, tenant agreements, the contract with your company, all going to be governed by smart contracts, will be NFTs. At the moment, the masses just thinking NFTs, fucking a crypto with a picture of. It's fucking weird that they're being sold as this fucking. Just new art ownership, basically. And I get that most of you watching now and most of the people in the community understand that it's not that. But for someone watching CNBC while this interview was on, it is still in your face and you don't really know which way it's going to go. I'll tell you which way it's going to go. Smart contracts and NFTs will win out. They will win out in the end. They will improve society. They'll improve our lives and they'll improve the functionality of the blockchain. It's just about implementation, interoperability, patience, and adoption. That's it. Look at Cardano. Everyone was fucking, it's fucking shit. You haven't got NFTs, mate. You haven't even got NFTs, mate. Not no NFTs. Got no smart contracts. What you saying, mate? What? Got no. We have now. People are so impatient. They can't even see past their fucking nose. They just see gains, mate. I want some gains, mate. That's like 90% of people in the space, and I would love to just Thanos them away, mate. Boom, you're fucking gone. Fuck off. And take Gensler with you, mate, because I can't be fucking arsed with it anymore. NFTs. NFTs are bigger than almost anyone can imagine, even me. Because they're more than just NFTs, the smart contracts. When you think about them as smart contracts, and you think about everything we used to talk about that could go on smart contracts. Think about the per second payment, micropayment shit we used to talk about, like your smart meter at home. It's being taught, or it's not only are meters coming out that are basically being taught to monitor energy usage, but you're being taught to monitor the per second, per minute, per hour, per day, kilowatt hours, kilowatt amps, all this shit. You're being trained and shown how to monitor more short-term spending rather than the monthly shit, because it makes sense through smart contracts to teach your appliances to pay for electric as they use it, to pay water rates as they use the water, to pay for the gas or electric as it heats the water, not a monthly fucking rate per kilowatt hour. Like just a set rate of what you're using at that time. So like now, I've got a heater plugged in, so I'd be paying for that heat, I'd be paying for them watts and amps, I'd be paying for the lappy watts and amps, I've got the monitor watts and amps, and that's pretty much it. And we'd be paying as we go. Netflix contract, your Netflix agreement, to only pay for Netflix when you watch Netflix. That will be governed by a smart contract. Someone will write the smart contract, add the utility and functionality, add a bish bash bosh. You sign up to this contract, and then when you watch Netflix, your wallet, boom, 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 every second, every hour, every minute, whatever the agreement ends up, per second micro payments are going to change the fucking world. We've said before, we'll say it again, we've seen it in the PDF, in the future, there'll be no payments. Now, doesn't mean you're not going to pay for shit. You're not going to trade goods and currencies. It just means it won't feel like a typical payment. It won't feel like a typical payment. And the best analogy for it is letters. Imagine 40, 50 years ago, you wanted to send your mate a message. Telephone or write him a letter. Writing a fucking letter. Like on paper and shit with a pen. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, bruh? But anyway, shit, mate. Like, literally 40 years ago, everyone did that. Everyone. No email. Picture it. No email. You have to write your letter and put the dates at the top. You write it, you put it in the envelope, you stamp it, you post it, you wait a week or two, and the reply comes back. Like, what the fuck? Can you imagine? Imagine people like Einstein and Eddington, who was working together and sending letters back and forth from England to Austria and England to Germany. Imagine that. Nowadays, scientists are zooming. Fucking WhatsApp, FaceTime, Zooming, live conversations about the work that they're doing. They can do equations together at the same fucking time now. That's fucking madness, mate. There ain't no letter needed. In the future, there'll be no letters. Imagine walking in to Albert Einstein now and saying, bruh, I know it's pissing you off that the postman's slow as fuck, but listen to this, yo. In the future, there'll be no letters. You won't need letters. Now, obviously, we're here in the future now, and there is letters. There is letters. There's still people sending letters. So, the term there'll be no payments in the future, to get to where there's no payments at all, and I'm talking like even little Jimmy up the road's not even taking a bit of crypto in hand for this fucking for mowing gardens, because cash in hand work's gonna become crypto in hand. You want crypto in the wallet, yeah? Straight in the wallet, mate. It's gonna be fascinating to see how fast it moves to where email got, where literally no one I know uses letters anymore, like sends an actual letter. They get the phone out, they send a WhatsApp message, they send a text message. It's still a letter. It's still a letter. It's still a correspondence. They've still they've still put text in a correspondence to another person. The only difference is they typed it, they didn't do it formal, and they sent it electronically. But it's a letter. So, physical letter written in pen, WhatsApp message, same fucking thing, different times. That WhatsApp message really isn't a letter though. So in Saint Einstein, in the future you won't need letters. He wouldn't just need a phone, need a smartphone. In the future, you won't need cash. It's as simple as saying that. You won't need cash. You won't need fiat currency. You'll be able to trade anything of value for anything else of value. And what's going to enable that? What's going to make that possible? Smart contracts. Yeah? I'm telling you guys, we've been on this for fucking years. Yeah? Years. And this NFT art shit, I've got to admit, back in 2018, I did not expect this to take off so fast. Before they finalised all the currency. I just didn't expect that. I expected most of the currencies. I expected like XRP to be at fucking $10 before it started getting NFTs and shit. Expected ADA to blow. Expected them all to go. Expected Ether to be over 10k. You know what I mean? Like, it's mad as fuck. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean it can't still get to them and won't still get to them places we expected it to get. It just means it's taken a lot longer than we thought it would. So, on that note, make sure you're happy in any given moment. If you're not, do something about it. If it's sadness because something's happened, then grieving and mourning's a little bit different. So, just deal with that the way you can. But more importantly, invest in yourself. Invest in the future. Invest in your family. Live long and hodl it all. Never let it go. Internet of Value is where it's at. Dip your toes in it. And realise that with the NFT space, if you're not buying shit you actually like and may want to display one day, you're only in it for a quick buck. Be careful. Be careful and be ready to get the fuck out at any profit. any profit, mate, because you might well find you come on one day and it's just tanked, absolutely fucking tanked. Missing out on 5x is a shitter. Yeah, so just be careful. Just be careful. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your week. Wishing health and happiness to you and yours. We love crypto, we love NFTs, we love smart contracts, and we love you. So take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.